Well, hello everybody. Today is Friday, so in honor of Friday, I decided to wear our McCardle spirit wear today, and so is Mr. No Name Bear here. He's joining us. So today's story, I'm bringing you from the library, down here doing a little bit of work in our quiet, lonely library. So our story today is a fairly new one to the library. It's called There's a Dinosaur on the 13th Floor. It's written by Wade Bradford and illustrated by Kevin Hawks. So again, remember, front cover, back cover, spine label. This is an easy reader book, and so that means it's a picture book. So let's see what happens with the dinosaur on the 13th floor. Welcome to the Sharemore Hotel, said the bellhop. You must be Mr. Snore. Let me show you to your room. The sooner the better, said Mr. Snore. I am very sleepy. Here you are, said the bellhop. Room 104. Sweet dreams, Mr. Snore. Mr. Snore thanked the bellhop, got ready for bed, crawled under the covers, and switched off the light. But just as he was about to lay his head upon the pillow, he heard a squeaking sound. Hello, front desk. This is Mr. Snore in room 104. Somebody is sleeping on my pillow. Do you see him there? He says, squeak. Yes, that would be the mouse, said the bellhop. I believe he has had a very long day. So have I, grumbled Mr. Snore, and I do not wish to share my room with a mouse. So the bellhop led Mr. Snore to a room on the 2nd floor. Sleep tight, Mr. Snore. Mr. Snore crawled into bed and switched off the light. But just as he was falling asleep, he felt a rush of cold air. Mr. Snore called the front desk again. Someone is hogging all the covers. That would be the pig, said the bellhop. Shall I bring you another blanket? No, said Mr. Snore. I want another room. And there's our pig. Oh. I wonder if the pig is a bed hog. Get it? I don't know. So, the bellhop took Mr. Snore to the 3rd floor, where there were no pigs or mice to be found. Mr. Snore kicked off his slippers, crawled into bed, and was just about to close his eyes when drip, drip, drip. Oh no, what could that be? Sorry about the leaky ceiling, the bellhop said as Mr. Snore marched past the ocean view on the 4th floor. This time, declared Mr. Snore, I will find my own room. He found one on the 5th floor. I don't think you will like this room, whispered the bellhop, unless, of course, you're fond of spiders, cried Mr. Snore. Quick, said the bellhop, to the elevator. So, how do you feel about bees? Asked the bellhop. The same way I feel about spiders, said Mr. Snore. Skip the 6th floor, please. The 7th floor was too hot. The 8th floor was too cold. The 9th floor was just... Giraffes! Cried Mr. Snore. The bellhop smiled. Would you care to guess what's on the 10th floor? What do you think? On the 10th floor, they found hamsters. Where are the rest of the giraffes? Asked Mr. Snore. On the 11th floor, said the bellhop. Well, then I will stay on the 12th, said Mr. Stone. So they went to the 12th floor. Hey, it's empty, said Mr. Snore. No one ever stays here, explained the bellhop. Perfect, said Mr. Snore, and then he lay down and shut his eyes. It does tend to get a bit noisy, the bellhop warned, but Mr. Stone was already fast asleep. Uh-oh, and then stomp, 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 gurgle, gurgle, swish, swish. I wonder what's on this floor. Mr. Snore rang the front desk. I cannot sleep with all this noise. I'm going to find a room on the 13th floor. Oh, dear, no, said the bellhop. On the 13th floor, there is a click. Mr. Snore hung up and just went. Look, Mr. Snore did not want to hear the bellhop's warning. He went up to the 13th floor. There were no mice. There were no pigs, no penguins, no snakes, no spiders, no dolphins, no bees, and no giraffes. Not even a hint of a hamster. Nothing but a giant bed with a giant pillow. Look, there's even bunny slippers there waiting for him. I do hope Mr. Snore will be all right, said the bellhop. Ring went the phone at the front desk of the Shermore Hotel. He looks a little worried about picking it up. Hello? This is the Dinosaur on the 13th floor. Somebody is sleeping on my pillow. The bellhop sighed. That would be Mr. Snore, he said. He has had a very long day. Oops, almost the end. Look, here at the end. The dinosaur goes back down to the lobby and sleeps down there. Cute book, huh? There's a dinosaur on the 13th floor. I thought that one was fun for a nice Friday. Don't forget, today is going to be the last day to vote or to submit a name for our Name the Bear contest. So make sure you get that in there if you want. You can go over to my Facebook page, look up on Facebook, McCardle Library, and I'm there. We've had so many fun names already. So by 3 o'clock today, I am going to submit all of those names for voting, and you say, who's voting? Well, it's going to be our teachers and our McCardle staff that will be voting on the name. So think of a good name, submit it to me, and I will announce the winner of our contest on Monday. Have a great Friday. Come back, see me tomorrow for our next story on Mrs. Monica's YouTube. Bye.